The Dukes of Hazzard, America's mega hit or Hollywood's most brutal death trap. After 46 years, the velvet curtain is ripped away to expose a rotten backstage, rampant drugs, shocking sexual harassment scandals, and blood-soaked money wars. This glittering fame crushed its own cast, leaving some careerless overnight and others dying in haunting, cold isolation. Let's unseal the secret files and face the horrific truth Hollywood hid for nearly half a century. Tom Wopat was born on 09/09/1951 and was only 27 years old when he became famous for playing Luke Duke in The Dukes of Hazzard. In the early 1980s, he and John Schneider shocked audiences when they walked off the set because of royalty payment disputes, throwing the entire series into chaos. But that was still nothing compared to the scandals that later surrounded Tom Wopat. After many years lost in alcohol abuse, his upright cowboy image began to collapse. In 2006, Tom was arrested for drunk driving. Then in 2017, Hollywood truly exploded when he was arrested in Massachusetts on charges of harassing women involved in a musical production and possessing cocaine. The most shocking part was that the incident happened right behind the stage, a place once seen as his final chance to save his reputation. Although some charges were dropped, he still had to plead guilty to annoying and accosting, remain on probation, and admit that he had problems with substance abuse. Tom Wopat went through 2 marriages with Vicki Allen and Kirsten Larvik, had a total of 5 children, but always kept his family away from the media. At the age of 74 in 2026, he still performs music, with an estimated net worth of around 2 to 4 million USD. But for many fans, the image of Luke Duke has completely fallen apart. John Schneider was born on 08/1960 in Mount Kisco and was only 18 years old when he became Beau Duke in The Dukes of Hazzard in 1979. He once lied to the production team in order to land the role. In the early 1980s, John and Tom Wopat walked off the set because of royalty payment disputes, causing the entire series to struggle as ratings sharply declined. But John Schneider's personal life became far more chaotic. He went through 3 turbulent marriages and was constantly involved in financial disputes and alimony payments. In 2018, Hollywood was shocked when he was briefly jailed for failing to pay spousal support to his ex-wife. At the same time, his harsh political statements and comments on social media led to repeated public backlash. The greatest tragedy came in 2023, when his third wife, Alicia Elaine, passed away from breast cancer, leaving John publicly devastated in front of the media. But less than a year later, he stirred controversy again, when he remarried Dee Dee Sorvino, the widow of late actor Paul Sorvino, causing many fans to feel everything happened far too quickly. At the age of 66 in 2026, John Schneider still acts, sings country music, and attends fan events. But his fortune is now estimated at only a few $100,000 to $1 million USD, after many years of financial troubles and personal turmoil. James Best was born on July 26, 1926, under the real name Jewel Franklin Guy, and was around 52 years old when he joined the Dukes of Hazzard as Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane. Few people know that Roscoe was originally written as a serious and rather intimidating police officer, but it was James Best who completely transformed the character with a humorous tone of voice he often used to make his daughters laugh at home. He also argued with the production team to bring the dog Flash into the series, creating one of television's legendary duos throughout the 1980s. Behind that cheerful image was a life filled with many ups and downs. With his first wife, he had a son named Gary. In 1959, he married actress Joby Ayers and had 2 daughters, Janine and Jo Jamie. But the marriage, which lasted nearly 20 years, eventually ended in divorce in 1977. It was not until 1986 that James finally found peace with Dorothy Best and remained with her for the rest of his life. Besides acting, he also earned money from teaching acting, writing memoirs, and selling artwork across America. When he passed away on April 6, 2015, at the age of 88, because of complications from pneumonia in North Carolina, James Best left behind an estimated fortune of around $5 million USD, along with a television legacy that is difficult to replace.
Idiot! You idiot! You idiot! You numbskull! Is there something wrong? Are you kidding me? Did you see that? You done...
Oh, is he?
Daisy Duke?
Yes, sir.
You know where Daisy Duke is?
Yes, sir.
Ain't it straight? You tell me where she is.
Yes, sir. She's staying at my house, sir.
Aha!
Now, friends, if there's one...
Rick Hurst was born on January 1, 1946, in Houston. When he joined the Dukes of Hazzard at the age of 34, he quickly became recognizable to audiences for playing the clumsy and humorous Deputy Cletus Hogg. But unlike his image on screen, Rick Hurst was highly educated in real life, holding a Master of Fine Arts degree, and was known by colleagues as calm and intelligent. He was once married to acting coach Candace Kaniecki and had a son, Ryan Hurst, who later became famous through Sons of Anarchy, The Walking Dead, and the film Remember the Titans. Rick later married Catherine Shelley Weir in 1981 and had another son, Colin Hurst, before divorcing in 1991. In his final years, Candace Kaniecki remained the person by his side, caring for him. Rick Hurst's fortune was estimated to be around $2 million USD, mostly earned from television, films, and fan reunion events. On June 26, 2025, Rick Hurst passed away in Los Angeles at the age of 79. His family did not release full details, but many sources reported that he had health problems related to his heart and old age. What deeply moved many fans was that only about a week before his death, he was still in contact with the cast and was even planning to attend the Dukes of Hazzard fan reunion event. Some people believe Rick Hurst's death was too sudden to be explained only by old age, as the family stated. And the most controversial question is, why would a man who still seemed healthy enough to appear before fans just days earlier suddenly pass away so quickly?
Deputy Cletus Hogg is running this town now, and when I say jump, I want everybody to jump. And when I... Penny and Boss Hogg's punch. Take cover!
Sorrel Book was born on January 4, 1930, in Buffalo. In 1979, at the age of 49, he joined the Dukes of Hazzard and quickly became a famous face across America. But behind that fame was a life filled with loneliness and pressure. His marriage to Miranda Knickerbocker ended after many years together and having 2 children. After the divorce, Sorrel almost completely withdrew from Hollywood, even though his name still dominated television. Friends revealed that he became increasingly withdrawn and often suffered psychological pressure from being permanently tied to his on-screen image in the eyes of the public. The real tragedy came in his final years, when he was diagnosed with colorectal cancer. The illness caused severe weight loss, and his health declined rapidly, but he still tried to hide his condition so he could continue working. On February 11, 1994, Sorrel Book passed away in California at the age of 64. His death shocked many colleagues, because behind the laughter on television was a painful battle that had quietly lasted for many years. His fortune at the time of his death was estimated to be around 1 to 3 million USD.
Well, don't you worry, Roscoe. I ain't mad at you.
You ain't?
No. I'm so thrilled about them Duke boys being locked up that I couldn't care at all about a little thing like a broken skull.
I'm the county commissioner.
Wait.
I pay your salary.
Yeah, but-
I made you, and I can break you.
Stop it.
No, I tell you, I had nothing to do with it. No.
Denver Pyle was born on May 11, 1920, in Colorado. When he joined the Dukes of Hazzard in 1979, at the age of 59, he was already a familiar face on American television after decades of appearing in cowboy and western productions. But behind his calm image on screen, Denver Pyle's life went through many quiet struggles. His first marriage to Marilee Carpenter, a production assistant at 20th Century Fox, lasted 15 years, and they had 2 sons, David and Tony. However, work pressure and many years spent apart caused the marriage to end in 1970. After the divorce, Denver Pyle became far more private and almost completely separated his family life from Hollywood. It was not until 1983 that he remarried Tippi Johnston. His second marriage was more peaceful and lasted until the end of his life. In his final years, Denver Pyle's health seriously declined because of lung cancer. He passed away on December 25, 1997, in California, at the age of 77. Denver Pyle's fortune at the time of his death was estimated to be around 5 million USD, most of it earned from hundreds of film and television roles across nearly half a century.
So Mama Mac sued me for access to the swamp. Swamp has been a haven for wildlife ever since God created. Since Boss Hogg died, Roscoe inherited his whole empire.
Waylon Jennings was born on June 15, 1937, in Texas. When he joined the Dukes of Hazzard in 1979, at the age of 42, he was already a legendary country music star, known across America. But behind his distinctive, deep, raspy narration voice was a life filled with trauma and tragedy. In 1959, Waylon narrowly escaped death in the plane crash that killed Buddy Holly after giving up his seat to a sick friend at the last moment. The tragedy haunted him for the rest of his life and left Waylon living for years with survivor's guilt because he was the one who lived. His personal life was also filled with turmoil through 4 marriages. He had 4 children with his first wife, Maxine Lawrence, adopted a daughter with Lynn Jones, and his third marriage ended in such painful heartbreak that it inspired the hit song This Time. The final woman in his life was Jessie Coulter, the mother of Shooter Jennings. Waylon struggled with a severe cocaine addiction for many years before his health collapsed because of diabetes. He passed away on February 13, 2002, in Arizona at the age of 64. His fortune at the time of his death was estimated to be around 7 million USD. Ben Jones was born on August 30, 1941, in North Carolina. When he joined the Dukes of Hazzard in 1979, at the age of 37, he quickly became famous across America. But behind the cheerful image on television was a childhood marked by poverty in a slum near the railroad tracks, living without electricity or running water, and drinking alcohol by the age of 16. In his younger years, Ben Jones repeatedly got into trouble with the law before rebuilding his life through acting. His personal life was also filled with turmoil through multiple failed marriages. It was not until 1992 that Ben finally found stability when he married Alma Viator, his fifth wife. The two had 2 children together, and he also had a daughter named Rachel and a son named Walker from previous marriages. After the show ended, Ben Jones unexpectedly left Hollywood to enter politics, becoming a member of the United States House of Representatives from 1989 to 1993. He later opened the Cooter's Place Museum chain in Tennessee and Virginia. As of 2026, Ben Jones is 84 years old, still healthy, and continues performing with the band Cooter's Garage Band. His current fortune is estimated to be around 3 to 5 million USD.
I can have him out of here by tomorrow. Yahoo! Cooter, we love you. For $180.
Water.
Those dirty sidewinders.
Catherine Bach was born on 01/03/1954 and was only 24 years old when she became Daisy Duke in the Dukes of Hazzard in 1979. With the legendary Daisy Duke shorts, she quickly became the biggest sex symbol on American television in the early 1980s. Catherine's posters sold more than 5 million copies, while her famous legs were insured for 1 million USD, an astonishing number at that time. The Daisy Duke image even created a fashion trend that lasted for decades. But behind the fame was a tragedy that haunted many people. In 1990, Catherine married Hollywood attorney Peter Lopez and had 2 daughters. Life seemed perfect until 30/04/2010, when Peter was found dead from a gunshot in their home in California, in what was ruled a suicide. The shock left Catherine devastated, and she nearly disappeared from Hollywood for many years to care for her children. From 2012 to 2019, she returned with The Young and the Restless and continued earning money from the Daisy Duke image, with her fortune now estimated at around 8 to 10 million USD. In 2025, Catherine was reportedly rushed to the hospital because of an embolism after surgery, leaving fans worried that she might not recover easily. But by 2026, at the age of 72, she was still appearing radiant in Nashville, and even joked that she was still confident enough to wear the legendary shorts once again. Even to this day, many people still do not believe that Catherine Bach's husband died from a simple suicide. A powerful Hollywood attorney, suddenly dying from a gunshot inside his own home, sparked endless rumors. Was it really suicide? Or did someone try to turn it into a perfect suicide? "46 years ago, they were the faces that made millions of viewers laugh every night in front of their TV screens. But no one could have imagined that behind the glory of the Dukes of Hazzard, the lives of many cast members would turn toward paths filled with tragedy, scandal, and loneliness. Some passed away in pain, some lost their reputations, and some still try to live alongside the glorious memories of a youth that is now far behind them. Time has transformed those once legendary television icons into aging people, carrying countless wounds that audiences never saw on screen. And perhaps the saddest thing of all is this: no one expected their endings to be so different from those bright days of 1979. Thank you for joining us in looking back at the emotional journey of the Dukes of Hazzard cast after 46 years. If these memories were once part of your youth, leave a comment about the character you remember most. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel to continue exploring the stories behind the glory of old Hollywood.